Hi everyone. There's nobody here, but hi anyway. I'm Syndro, and this is more Final Fantasy 14. I kind of do the usual and run through daily stuff. After we go do whatever this is. Make up the tokens I just spent. I was hoping to be Air Force. I'm not as good with Leap of Faith. Platforming here isn't the most precise. Whee! What I've found helps because it's really hard to... It's not like you're doing a typical platformer in that depending on how like how hard you push the button is how high you jump. You get some of that, but not as much as I would like. So jumping when you don't need the full range, jumping diagonal helps a lot. It's like propping yourself up against walls like this helps. Kind of want it. And that's the goal. But I didn't see the gold cactus. Oh, it's all the way up there. I'm good. I'm happy. That was the only thing I missed, I think. I think there's... You can get 4,000 points if you grab everything, because the character is worth 1. I did really good. That's way better than I normally do. So that's good. Buy ticket. 5, 8. 3, 1. Ew. Yay, 36. There were 720. That's a shame. Yeah, that was the best one, was here. 36 again, man, terrible. They were 720 again. Last one. Oh, 3? Oh, 4. So that's 36. This is 9 plus at least 3. 54. Oh, 1,080. Had the 9. Did terrible today. That's okay. Alright. With that, let's... Hi, Maze. Let's go see the dailies to get seals. See what those are like. Another U. I had that yesterday. That stinks. Eel pie. Chocobo feathers. I can go get those. Bone cleaner. I haven't seen those. Man. Starting to get hard. It'll be very difficult. Chocobo feather. Round quarry mill. That doesn't mean it's easy, though. Just because appropriate level doesn't mean that that's like easy. Some stuff is easier than others. Like making the book. You know, if it asked me to where's the log? Like it's 22. I'd much rather make high potions. I can go get more gill buns. Like that's way easier than making the iron ink, buying the lumber because I can't make it, and going to, I forget where I got the yarn. I think I had to buy it from the auction house too. Whereas high potion, I can go get everything for a high potion. Like this eel pie's a pain because it uses so much crap. I don't even know where to get the eel. So I have to look that up too. It's just a pain, and I'm not really in the mood to deal with it. When do they reset? Timers is in such a goofy spot. They just resetted. Okay. So I got time if I really want to do it. I can do the chocobo feathers, like I said, because I had to do this for the level 20 quest. For botany last night. Yeah, because I needed to get high quality alligator pairs. That was really good. I got 3 in a row. Man, the GP recovery rate sucks. Like, it's so bad. And I don't know if that's just... So during, like, the Leva Mete quests, you can't just complete it really quick and always get that time bonus because you'll always be able to use your skills. But just in general, like 400 to get double once when it recharges like this, and 400 for something is my max, 464. And it's only that high because of the stuff you made for me, Maze, with all this extra GP on it. Like, it's just terrible. Like, get one extra hack at it is 300 GP when, again, it recovers like this. Like, overall, I enjoy Bonnie, I enjoy the gathering, but they can be a pain. Like, these two increase ice shard yield by 2 for that cut, you know, that whole tree or whatever. But it's 400. Yeah, like, they're cool when you get to use them, but with just this kind of recharge rate, like, I don't know. Maybe you would just run around to the trees, just getting the 1 and the 5 GP back per swing until you could finally use it again. But it's like by the time you were able to use it, oh, now I got 100 ice shards or whatever. I really don't need that double for 4 swings. 5 if you get lucky. I don't know, just seems to be a bit much to me. Like the fish quest I had for seals yesterday, that fish could only be caught using the mooch ability, which if you don't know fishing, you catch a high quality small fish, has to be high quality, and then you pitch that, you use it as bait for your next catch. And I had to catch, it was the only way to catch that fish. And I didn't complete it. I was just like, just sat there fishing. I just couldn't get a high quality small one. It's like those. Like, I wouldn't mind having to catch 20 of a of a fish, like not high quality, just like normal quality, like just sitting there gathering the fish, than having like these multiple step ones. Okay, I have enough. Because you're not even guaranteed to catch that fish either, because that fish is usually higher level, so you have a chance to fail, which happened a few times. I was like, no, I'm done. I want to click this. No. Where is inventory? Water. Okay, I have a lot of water. I need fire. Need fire. Right, you gave water. You gave ice, which I don't have a lot of, but I don't know. I don't think I use it for anything. With my current classes. I love fishing. Like, it's great when I'm just sitting here, kind of sitting here bored, and it's like, I want to play. I guess I'll do some fishing and just like listen to some music. But when you have to use the mooch ability to catch what you need, it can be a real pain. I've kind of hit this weird wall in fishing too. Like where my level tells me to go, a lot of the fish are too high. But fishing at a lower spot just doesn't give EXP for anything. So I'm like in this weird spot where it's like I'm just a little too low to catch like bigger fish, but too high to get real EXP from the stuff I was fishing before. I love cooking. I just have like two complaints. One, I feel like the stuff I make is worthless for the most part. Like, it's fun to do, but nobody needs food. And two, if I'm doing cooking, I feel like I need a spiral right beside me to write down everything I'm using. Like, I need a real life recipe book for my recipes. Because I can't have everything up on one screen at once. Like, it just gets really cluttered when you have like 5 windows open here in the game. I just wish I felt like the stuff was needed. I feel like both my crafting right now, like I can make high potions, but you can buy high potions. I just feel like I'm not getting anything out of my crafting. I really enjoy doing them. I think they're really cool, but I don't feel like I get anything to use out of them. What if you can get the fish in that special place here in South Shop? No idea. You can meld materia into your white mage staffs? I'd have to have materia first. And I don't think I can. I don't think that's alchemy. I'm done here anyway. I'll just switch back down. It doesn't have a thing on it anyway. Like this. Well, the explanation sucks then, and they need to rewrite it, because it sounded like you had to use whatever skill would be used to repair it. So, like, a weaver would have to put materia in this. You have to be able to craft the item and meld it. Well, I don't. The only thing I craft with alchemy are the books for Arcanist. That's it. Like, so I mean, a lot good that does me. No, I don't make white mage staffs. I make white mage wands, but I don't make staffs. The carpenter makes staffs. Now I can't make anything close to this. To the two-handed I'm using. And even then, you need like a you need a carpenter to like make a shield to offset you not getting all the bonuses from the two-handed. Back to New Gridania. Yeah, and I think that's really cool that like you have several people work together to make something. Like you need all these different classes. I'm I'm down for that. I think that's really cool. But we don't have a lot of people. And I have zero friends who play this game. I need clothes. He's been playing Apex with another friend of his, and I like ask him every day, "Hey, you want to play today?" But he's playing Apex right now. He's been playing Apex the past few days. So, and the few other friends I had from where I used to live have just fallen off the face of the earth, or um, just don't talk to me anymore. Because distance does that. While I'm here, I guess I'll go to Bit Branch. Choco Azuna 3. Yeah, there is. I remember here. I did read that. Oh man, you're not that great. Like the one last night. The one last night was awesome. No, we can see. See what happens. I wish I could see the stats when I buy the thing. Not have to take it here to see the stats on the certificate. the main quest. I forget to turn up the sound again. Okay, I will do this slowly.
supposed to just self-destruct and die. Flame. I finished casting first, but the spell animation itself made it where we still got to go. Oh man, right or left? I'm gonna go right. Hey, I was right. Completion. Belt. Just levy it to me. That's done. Carpenters need so much wood from the botanist. A single piece of lumber needs 3 logs, and for many craftings, you need 2 or 3 pieces of lumber. That's a lot. I can do that though. I can go gather logs. Not doing anything else right now. It's true, you need a lot of stuff for crafting. T in the main quest? Sure, we can do that. I'm right here anyway. Okay. Excuse me, can you repeat that? You wish to offer your services to House Dunander? Do you wish to receive in exchange your soul? I mean... Ah, how absurd. As if it would permit an outsider to peruse the records of the observatorium. Don't mistake our courtesy for friendliness. The holy see of Ishgard may allow foreigners to travel freely within these lands, but we do not intend to offer succor to strangers. The unending war is doing its utmost to intimidate you into leaving. I'm not leaving. Alone have mercy. Are you still here? You may take shelter within our walls if you insist, but do not distract me while I'm on duty. We're stretched thin as it is. Where the hell is that knight I sent out on patrol? He should have returned ages ago. Perhaps I have a use for you after all. If you still wish to aid us, search the wilds to the west for my missing man. You'll know him by his uniform. That of House Dunander, as is mine. Okay. The unending war. Happened to you, buddy? Pudding assaulter. Oh no, whatever will I do? One gil. Man, y'all get paid like y'all get paid like crap. Aiding, just cast cure. Moving faster. One for you, sir. I reckon they would finish me up. I get it. It's just because you get it. Despicable dragon-loving bastards. How dare you? Dragons are awesome. I mean, per usual, every dragon here is going to be evil because we can't have nice dragons in video games. Death was a mercy they didn't deserve. Prayed the rumors were mistaken, but this confirms the worst. I must immediately inform my superiors that the heretics are operating within this region. Fare thee well, friend. I know, right? How did they talk down on us like that? Oh, well, that's nice. Be nice if we saw them. That's good. Didn't expect you to find my knight, much less rescue him. I see I may have been premature in my judgment, sir. We are a proud people, beholden to tradition, which is usually a problem everywhere, but that does not mean we are without humility. I shall instruct the astrologistans I forget how to pronounce that. Entertain your request. Instead, it's ultimately their decision. That'd be cool. Pray, speak with this NPC who's gonna hate your guts to start with. The gentlemen come in search of the airship. This is highly unorthodox. Whatever could Sir Ludovic be thinking? It is true we maintain meticulous records which stretch back generations. However, because this information is used to chart Dravanian activity, access is strictly controlled. One can never be too careful with heretics and their sympathizers looking about. If you persist with your inquiries, pray seek an audience with Chief Astrologian Forlamort up above. How dare you be trying to save our butts from the Empire? Away with you! See, this was trial enough to prove that I cared, walking all these steps. Nope, absolutely not. Have you any inkling what you ask? Were our records to fall into the wrong hands, it could change the course of a war which has raged for generations. I speak not of some mere spat between Southron nations. Ours is a holy crusade. We are the arbiters of Halon's will. Yeah, and I'm trying to stop the world from dying, so... I will not put our great nation at risk. Certainly not to help a foreigner locate a missing airship of all things. Pardon the intrusion, Fullermore. I wish to speak with you regarding the recent... Oh, I didn't realize you had a guest. Why is no one thinking about that solution? What solution? We do not even need to look ourselves. You could look at the specific dates we're interested in and tell us what you found regarding an airship. Right? That's true, too. It's not like I have to go read your stupid logs. Like, I have to read your stupid records personally. I need to know this one specific thing. That's it. Inquisitor Guilliman, honor us with your presence, sir. Gentleman was just leaving. Slap you upside the head. Ah, you must be the one who rescued House Stunder's knight from those heretics. Doubtless they feel indebted to you. I am told you seek an airship last seen in Cortheris 5 years ago, yes? You've come to us at an inconvenient time, I fear. Much has changed in the intervening years, and little for the better. While I wish you the best of luck in your search, I would also strongly advise caution. The snows can come quickly in Corthus. One moment you feel as though you have a firm grasp on your surroundings, safe and secure in your knowledge, and the next you may find yourself in a wholly unfamiliar situation, blind to the dangers hidden by the blizzard. It would be wise for you to focus on a single landmark whilst traveling. Do not give in to temptation and deviate from your course. We aided House Dunder in that fashion. Thank you, sir. Nevertheless, my decision stands. I'm in shorts in this weather. Translation, do not meddle in our affairs. Pretty much. And I'm going to do the exact opposite. I'm going to be all up in their business. As much as the game will let me. Worth it. There's a silly thing happening here. What's happening here?
900 experience, 7 gil, and 21 seals. Because, yeah. It didn't show up here. Where am I going next? Men of Honor. I was at 10 times. I only jumped in at the very end. I got like 2 hits in. That was it. There's somebody else I was supposed to talk to here? Darn. That's upsetting. Let's talk to you. You there, sir. I cannot help but overhear your conversation with the chief astrologian. There may be a way I can assist you, but you have to give me a favor. That's okay. One favor for another. Sochiman has yet to return from his expedition to the cliffs east of the observatorium. He was adamant he could conduct his observations alone, despite the presence of Ixal in the vicinity. Confirm he's well. Yeah, sure, why not? I was hoping each route would have its own theme. Oh. Ugh, fine. See someone other than a goddamn birdman. I thought I could finish my work while the Ixal were away, but they returned far quicker than I anticipated. All I could do was hide and hope they might leave before I froze to. Hide? Man, I could see you easy. Man, they're blind. Wait, who are you? You're not one of our knights. Men of House Dundare cannot be seen in the company of unbeliever. Good day, sir. Screw yourself. I just saved you. Oh, how dare! An outsider saved me. God, these people piss me off. News must travel slow. Here. God, those are some of the worst. Does that actually increase your intelligence? Yes. More than likely it does. We are in a Final Fantasy after all. Arrogant fool returned not long after you arrived, muttering about the disgrace of having been rescued by an unbeliever. Serves him right for underestimating the dangers our knights face every day. Eager to locate your airship. It may surprise you that by saving him, you've already aided your own cause. House Dundare is quick to regard outsiders with suspicion, as it is their duty to sound the alarm at the first sign of Dravian aggression. Yet you have already aided them twice, for which they are honor-bound to repay you. Even so, they will not grant you access to the Observatorium's records. That's just as well, for there are other ways you might locate your missing airship. What I propose is that you petition Lord Potolain for an official introduction to the other high houses. The word of House Dundare carries tremendous weight in Ishgard. Should the captain consent, you would have little trouble obtaining information from the other high houses. What's up here? Let's go! It's quite a stir in your short time here. First you slay 2 heretics and save a knight. Now I hear you rescued a man of our house. Imagine you must desire something for your troubles. Introduction to the other high houses? Cannot deny that you have given us no cause to distrust you. But while you have performed 2 acts, you would have me endorse you to 3 high houses. It's only fitting that you would aid us one final time, wouldn't you agree? I'll play your game. Nope. Guess I'm taking money. 3 for 3. Now, I understand you're very eager to find your missing airship. Worry not, for this task should take a man of your skills but a moment to complete. Not long ago, a porter bound for Skyfire Locks was ambushed on the road due west of here. Though he escaped with his life, he would very much like his wares as well. On the off chance any portion of his shipment remains, I would have you travel to the scene of the robbery and bring back what you find. Lest you intend to perform only a cursory search, bear in mind that recovering the stolen merchandise will endear you to House Helenard, further improving the chance that they indulge your request for aid. How dare. It was just hurl something, and then I guess I had to be outside. How dare. I don't know any moves. Throw a snowball. Alright, where are you at? Throwing snowballs at me. You can do this while I'm here. Now other people are joining in. This is gonna go fast. There you go. $9K, 70 Gil, and 201 Serpent Seals. Have to unlock what? How dare! Did it. Oh, the throw emote? Gotcha. About to say, I didn't see it. Have stolen merchandise because that's far more important. God bless you, friend. It's all here. Every last... Wait, that chest over there looks like it might have been pillaged. Bloody hells, that's the personal property of Lord Francel, too. Are you certain? Clearly an attempt was made to open it, but the lock appears to have held. Nevertheless, if you wish to verify the contents against your shipping manifest, be my guest. Fury, take me. A draconian rosary? In the possession of Lord Francel? Yet, perhaps this is not so difficult to fathom. House Harlotart is whispered to be infested with heretics. Start up the Inquisition. By the power invested in me by Emperor Karl Franz and the Empire. Wait, wrong universe? Darn. Thank you for bringing this matter to my attention, sir. I shall inform the Inquisitors immediately. Oh, hey, I was more on the nose than I thought. I was making a Warhammer reference, but under these circumstances, I must strongly advise against associating with House Harlotart. Your other introductions will need to be postponed as well. It's the duty of every Ishgardian to root out and destroy heretics. All else must wait until this matter is resolved. You need not watch the sky so long as House holds the observatorium. Should the Dravians come, the golden bell will sound, and all of Ishgard will hearken to its call. Very important to us, the rose and the unicorn. Come closer, lad, and listen well. This is for your ears only. Lord Francel is no heretic. He's a goodly, righteous man, wholly dedicated to the cause. I know this because I served House Harlotart for years prior to the calamity. You must go to Skyfire Locks and warn him of the coming storm. The Inquisitors are ruthless and will spare him no mercy. Speak to him of Edelweiss, and he will know you are a friend. Now go. Oh man, he's also a fan of Valkyria Chronicles 1? Awesome. Easily one of my favorite characters, Lieutenant Welkin Gunther. No? Wrong thing? Man, I am just not on the right today. No joke, the Inquisitors are real here. They don't scare me, no. Yeah, all the references. Yes, you look as though you have something to say. Wild Rose. Is that an Edelweiss in your pocket, or are you happy to meet me? It was a big tank. See, Sir, Kalena has not forgotten my mother's favorite flower. A pity it has not been seen in Corthus since the calamity. You may speak freely here, friend. That's absurd! I would sooner die than become a thrall of the dragons. Alas, it matters little what I say. Although the Cronian rosary was not found in my possession, it will still be considered by many to be proof of my heresy. I must do my utmost to prove my innocence to the Inquisitors, for if they harbor even the slightest doubt, this will only add to the incessant accusations our house has suffered of late. It's as if the gods themselves are plotting our fall. You risk much by coming here. Only proper that I recompense you for this deed. Tell me what you desire, and I shall do my best to provide. Missing airship? It may require prolonged effort to locate your quarry. I shall direct you to one in a better position to assist you. Lord Harshavant of House Fortemps commands the garrison at Camp Dragonhead. Present to him this letter of introduction, and he will surely be receptive to your needs. Gods are conspirators. My money's on the latter. Oh man, nice desk. Unmistakable swagger of a well-traveled adventurer. You come to pay your respects, be at ease, friend. I'm not one to stand on formality. Truth be told, I would gladly welcome many and more brave souls like yourself. Enough chatter. Why have you come? If there's any justice in this world, these charges will receive no serious consideration. Beyond inconceivable. Ah, yes. The letter made mention of a pressing matter for which you required assistance. What might that be? So this enterprise you speak of was last seen above Corthus before the calamity 5 years ago. I fear it may prove difficult to find any eyewitnesses to these events, for while Ishgard did not participate in the Battle of Carthenu, we were embroiled in our own internal conflicts at the time. Nevertheless, I will make inquiries on your behalf and share with you my findings in the future. In the meantime, please enjoy the hospitality of Camp Dragonhead. I will see that you're afforded every courtesy as a guest of House Fortemps. The Rose and the Unicorn. Oh, I see, it has a rose and a unicorn. Humble request. Feats of strength. Not equip gear to head. More money, I guess. It may take some time before I receive any information regarding your missing airship. While you wait, mayhap you might indulge me a small favor. It's obvious to me you know much and more in the ways of war. I ask you share that knowledge with our knights so that they might be better prepared when the next Dravonian horde strikes. One of my veteran knights is presently conducting a training session just beyond our western gate. Seek him out and introduce yourself. I can do that. Fine morrow to you, sir. Lord Harshenwald tells me you possess a great deal of experience. More than the green boys I mean to test today. I'd like to even the odds by setting all three against you. No objections? Yes? Let us begin. Knights to arms! I can be stunned. Easy. And now they're better for getting their butts whooped. Now they're train harder. Search everything for the Western Wall. Splendid performance, Syndrome. Mayhap you have discerned this during your short time here, but House Fortemps regards outsiders differently than other high houses. Oh, I definitely noticed. We have no objections to employing adventurers and sell swords, for example, whereas the others have, for all intents and purposes, forbidden the practice. They do so at their peril. To disregard a man's talent solely because of the circumstances of his birth is short-sighted and foolish. I like you. After watching you spar with our knights, I'm reminded that you are a man of action. Doubtless you would rather take a more active role in my inquiries, yes? Let us discuss how you can do just that. Talk of Corthus. As you have doubtless realized by now, the high houses of Ishgard, House Fortemps included, are either unable or unwilling to offer you formal assistance in your search. However, that does not mean that there are not influential individuals within each house who are sympathetic to your cause. Lady Nine of mine own House Fortemps, who resides here in Camp Dragonhead, rather enjoys the company of travelers. There's also Corvalin in House Helenart, who can be found in Skyfire Locks, though any information you pry from the scribe might prove difficult to parse. Have you spoken with the chief astrologian of House Dundar yet? Really? Huh. Perhaps he'll be more accommodating once I inform him you're a friend of House Fortemps. Do not consider yourself with House Drasmel. I shall contact them myself. Seek the counsel of the three I mentioned and return to me when finished. Is he going to change his tune? That'd be great. Throw it back at him. Hello, good sir. What's that? An airship, you say? Hate to disappoint you, but I know nothing of what you seek. Likely no one in House Fortemps does, for if they did, I would definitely know as well. Topic on everyone's lips these days is what will become of young Lord Francel. Some say the allegations are long overdue, given how many members of House Hallant have been found guilty of heresy in recent days.
Helen grant me strength. There must be some way to... Oh, who are you? Friend of Lord Harshafant? Want to help you, I truly do. But these accusations of heresy have thrown House Halenart into chaos. Right now we must focus on combating these charges and preserving our reputation. Trying to stop the collapse, I get it. I gather you've been busy since last we spoke. Lord Harshafant's missive was positively glowing. But if you think that his endorsement will cause for me to disregard Ishgardian policies, you're sorely mistaken. We are at war, sir, and the enemy grows bolder by the day. Short time since Inquisitor Guilliman arrived in Korthus, countless heretics have been discovered, even amongst the elite of Ishgardian society. Ah, you. Harshafant wishes to waste his days chasing after a long-lost airship, then that is his choice. But if he expects others to share in his folly, he is truly blind to the present state of affairs. It's him. Smack him down later. It's fine. By your accountants, I take it you did not learn anything of use. Nor did I fear. Seems the whole of Korth is consumed by this talk of heretics in the high houses. We can only hope that my sources in Ishgard proper provide more pertinent information. Road to Redemption. He is concerned for Lord Francel's well-being. Makes sense. I had another personal request to make of you. It concerns Lord Francel, of whom much has been whispered in recent days. I've received a report that he and 3 knights were seen heading north towards the Steel Vigil. The outpost was long ago overrun by the Dravanian horde, so I'm not certain what he intends to accomplish with such a small force. Whatever his motives, I fear for his safety.
Who goes there? Syndril? No, stay back. The fiend is still here. About to get smacked down. Now he's dead. Oh, aid the knights. Save the knights. Unfit knight. Confound it all. How are we to redeem a house? How long if we aren't even... cannot even slay a single Avis? We will remember your kindness. Heard the beast cries from over yonder. Lord Francis is safe? Bless you, sir. Bless you. Curse those fiends. It's as though they knew we were coming. I bet they did. It was a foolish thing to do, I know, but I had hoped we might demonstrate our devotion by slaying a number of the Scalekin. Moreover, it was House Halland that yielded the steel vigil to the Horde many years ago. One might say that our defeat here heralded the slow decline of our house's once great name. We have been brought even lower by these despicable accusations of heresy. Despite my efforts, I have done naught to improve the situation. The day of my trial approaches. Soon I must accept the judgment of the Inquisitors, whatever it may be. But even should my protestations fall on deaf ears, I will proclaim my innocence to my dying breath. What did you find at the Steel Vigil? See, a reckless plan, but at least it did not cost him and his knights their lives. I have news for you as well. A witness of the final flight of the Enterprise has been found. Alas, there is a complication. It has become common knowledge that you paid a visit to Lord Francis at Skyfire Locks not long ago. Upon hearing this, the witness became understandably reticent to make your acquaintance for fear of being seen in the company of a man who might later be declared a heretic. Not an unreasonable fear, given the zeal with which Inquisitor Guilliman has conducted his investigations. In any case, if we wish to obtain his testimony, we must first clear Lord Francel's name, and by association, yours. Following the evidence. As I see it, the key to proving Lord Francel's innocence is discrediting the evidence against him. I speak of the draconian rosary found in the chest you yourself recovered. If you would, please tell me of the incident in question. So it was found in a locked chest, labeled as the property of Lord Francel. If the rosary is not his, then someone else must have planted it. Here's what you must do. Return to Skyfire Locks and speak with Rickman. He works closely with the porters who ferry goods across Cotharis, so he may have some inkling as who could be responsible.
Someone tampering with shipments? Fury strike me down. If all of them rosaries found in our people's possessions were planted... Hey now, don't you give me that look, lad. I'm a House Halart man through and through. This heresy nonsense is bad for me and my family too. I ain't saying the porters what were bringing the shipment did it, though. Now, I know most of them what work the trade routes, and I've never had cause to question their faith. But if it wasn't them neither, then your guess is as good as mine. After all, most every shipment is thoroughly inspected before it... Could have been the fellows who were responsible for the inspections? Ha! It's Guardian Knights and Inquisitors, the lot of them. As if they'd ever turn their cloaks. Reckon that means the porters are your most likely suspects. No, I'm pretty sure. Inquisitor Gillarm is behind it. Hate to think it, but maybe you should question me. Crew coming to Camp Dragonhead from White Brim Front today. Consider having a word with them. Beg your pardon? You suspect that we porters have been planting draconian rosaries in House Harlan shipments? What nerve! You truly believe such nonsense? Search our parcels, see what you find. Well, there's a draconian rosary hidden. Draconian rosary hidden. Not one, though. Not one in that house, I guess. We finished? If so, I would appreciate an apology. The brand of an unbeliever and enemy of the Holy See. But that's impossible! Once the night at White Brim Front concluded her inspection, I loaded the parcels into the wagon myself. And if I had been the culprit, I would have never allowed you to search my shipments. Say what you will to Lord Harshaphon, I will not be held accountable for this. No, I believe you. Something happened outside? Thought I heard shouting. But more importantly, what did Rickman have to say? More Draconia rosaries? In every single parcel bound for Skyfire locks? That beggars belief. Even the Inquisitors must acknowledge that this is no more than a crass attempt to sully House Hallart's reputation. Whoever is responsible has overplayed his hand. Praise Helen that he did. Lord Francel's trial is upon us, and we must act now if we're to clear his name. In the eyes of gods and men. From the very first, I knew it could not be that so many members of House Hallard were heretics. Alas, we can give the lie to these poisonous allegations and put an end to this travesty. I will need to prepare a formal statement regarding these developments for the Holy See. In the meantime, I would have you bear my word to Inquisitor Bridge? Tell her that House Fortemps asks, nay, demands, that Lord Francel's trial be postponed until a full investigation has been conducted. I have a feeling I'm not going to be listened to. Listen, my child. Lord Harshavant would have the Inquisitors do what? That is not possible. Inquisitor Gillam presides over Lord Francel's trial at Witchdrop even as we speak. Fear not. If Lord Francel is indeed innocent, he shall walk in Hallown's halls with the fallen heroes of Ishgard. Yeah, that's so much better than, being alive. It's okay. If he's innocent, then his death will be... Then after his death, he'll be fine. Don't worry. So stupid. Take it, Lord Francel to Witchdrop? This is madness. The Inquisitor does not even have sufficient grounds to subject him to that manner of trial. I will not stand idly by and allow an innocent man to die. Sindel, I would dispatch you and one of my knights to Witchdrop to forestall the proceedings until such time as I am able to join you and petition Inquisitor Gillam in person. I will endeavor not to keep you waiting too long. Do whatever you must to keep Lord Francel alive. Done. No. Behemoth. Smack the Inquisitor until he stops complaining. Got it. Pretty much, yes. Whatever it takes. If it starts, we can start with words, and then when he doesn't listen to words, then we go up from there. Hail, Sindel. As you can see, Lord Francel yet lives. We must try to reason with the Inquisitor. But if his guards judge us a threat, we must also be prepared to defend ourselves. We'll do it, don't worry. Sync 42, lame. I was going to cast Holy. You have been judged! Jokin or Yosin Charlemagne Francel de Halenart, you stand accused of heresy against the Holy See of Ishgard. Is there aught you wish to say in your defense? Hear me, brothers. These charges are false. The men and women of my line have ever opposed the Dravanians. I am no different. Since the very birth of our nation, we have gladly shed blood in service of the Holy See. Condemn me, and you will strike a blow for the enemies of Ishgard. It is for Hallown to judge if you speak the truth. Prove your innocence in the eyes of God and men. Leap from the cliff and entrust your fate to the Fury. Leap from the cliff. And I wish I had a fly spell, that'd be great. The righteous shall take their place in Hallown's halls, while the wicked shall reveal their draken forms and be put to the sword. I'm about to put you to the sword, even though I don't have a sword. In the name of House Fortemps, I beseech you, stay your hand. Inquisitor, we come on behalf of Lord Harshavant. My lord has uncovered evidence which suggests that the charges against Lord Francel are without merit. Humbly request that these proceedings be suspended until such time as a full re-examination of the facts has been conducted. Lord Harshavant has allowed his personal relationship with the accused to cloud his judgment. That he should harbor private doubts I might have allowed, but that he would dare interfere with legal proceedings sanctioned by the Holy See, I cannot. To defy the will of an inquisitor is to commit heresy, a crime. There's but one punishment: your death. Must hold them until Lord Harshavant arrives, Sindel. Remember, no harm can come to the Inquisitor. Bull, why not? Nice shield. Oh wait, it's a conjurer. Shield bears no sigil, sir. Who do you serve? I serve a higher power. Yeah, I'm sure you do.
You've been judged. Archbald of the Silver Fuller. Oh, he got like a fancy title and stuff. Name of House Fortips, I demand you lay down your arms. So cute. Hey, here. Where'd the weapon come from? You would call upon your allies to save you? Yeah, now you show your true colors. Oh, he's invulnerable too. That's cheating. Kill you later. Don't run. Nah, blind. That's cute. This will not be forgotten. Drops a draconian rosary. Oh, no joke, huh? Corbin takes to the skies. What do you have to say for yourself? What is? It is not our intention to defy the will of the Archbishop, but this trial, like many others, I fear, has been orchestrated by enemies of House Hallandard. They have used you and your fellows to sow discord, Inquisitor, to set brother against brother that we may tear ourselves apart. The fevered imaginings of a desperate man. What proof have you of this? That guy we just killed was holding this? By the fury, a draconian rosary. Then the knight who refused to yield, it was he who summoned the Warren. A heretic in the ranks of the Temple Knights? This has grave implications. You think? I'm surprised you weren't a heretic, though. Oh god, everything is bad. Your claims would appear to have merit. I shall withdraw my charges against Lord Frenzel, pending further investigation. I trust you have not lost sight of which first brought you to Corthus Central. Pray locate your errant airship and use it. No, I ain't done here. We're not done. Lord Harshevant, I have not the words to express my gratitude. Why would you risk your reputation to save mine? Because I know you, boy. You're too loyal to betray Ishgard, and too devout to question your sentence. Had we been any slower, you'd have jumped of your own free will. I would have done whatever it took to redeem House Hallandard. Praise alone, it didn't come to that. But it profits us little to dwell on what might have been. Let us quit this place, Sindral. Visit me at Camp Dragonhead once you've recuperated. Oh, harsh training, man. Look at that. In the what must be freezing water. So she's just right in here on a behemoth? Yes. Look well, Syndrome. May I say what a pleasure it was to fight alongside such a fearless and skillful warrior. Were it not for you, Lord Frenzel would surely have died defending the honor of his house, and I might well have perished at the hands of a heretic in his war room. House Fortips and Hallinard shall never forget your service. Now, let us return to the matter of your missing enterprise. The final flight of the Enterprise. The man with knowledge of the Enterprise waits you outside. I pray his information proves useful to you. How quickly the commoners' opinions change. They say Lord Frenzel is innocent now, but just a few days prior. Anyway, you were inquiring as to the whereabouts of an airship last seen in Korthus several days before the calamity, yes? Well, it so happens I was monitoring the night sky at the observatorium during that period. I recall that a small vessel came from the direction of Gridania and landed somewhere in the far northwest. Relying on my memory alone, I could say no more than that. However, were you to bring me an astroscope log from the evening in question, I could calculate a more accurate location. The log I require is Volume 6 of the 1572 readings. It should be stored with other past logs on the utmost floor of the observatorium, just below the astroscope. I believe it will be a large red leather-bound tome, though you ought to confirm the date and volume number if you are not sure. Volume 6, 1572.
the way back up. Did you perchance find the correct log? There you go. My word, you actually found it. This musty old smell brings back such fond memories. Ah, here we are. Permit me a moment, make some calculations. As I feared, the ship landed near the Stone Vigil of all places, which means that the garrison almost certainly seized the vessel and brought it within their walls. If so, you would need an army of knights to have any hope of securing it. Lord Harshaphot is, from all indications, quite fond of you. Mayhap he can lend you a few? In any case, I've done my part. I don't need a few, I just need to know where this is. Stone Vigil? Perhaps I spoke too soon. The outpost has been held by the dragons for years, and all access is restricted by decree of House Dunadar. Shall write you a letter to Lord Drillmont of Whitebrim Front and request that he grant you permission to enter. That said, I fear my influence alone will not suffice, so I suggest you request Lord Frenzel do the same. Now that your business in Camp Dragonhead is concluded, I suspect we may not meet again for some time. I wish you well in your journey, Sindral. May Halone guide you. Oh, but I want to do more with the hunting the heretics. In your Fate 1. Yeah. It gave me an achievement. Anything I do in your Fate? So the airship you seek is inside the Stone Vigil. Shames me to say that I too was once an outpost of House Halenart. In the chaos that followed the calamity, the Dravonian horde caught us unawares. The fiends have held the outpost ever since. As we lack the strength of arms to retake the Stone Vigil, House Dunadare instead has been charged with the duty. Given that, I doubt my words will carry much weight with Lord Drillmont. Nevertheless, I'll write you your letter. Before you depart, a word of caution. Cravens who attempted to destroy House Halenart has yet to be unmasked. They doubtless still harbor great hatred toward us, towards you now as well. I'm sure they do. Too bad for them.
Oh, whoa. Fancy level 50 dragon, yeah. That's one of those really fancy hunts, right? Levies of Whiteburn. Of course. Some news just popped up on my phone, talking about apparently at VidCon, YouTubers like broke down, was talking about how like little support they get from YouTube as a whole. Like how do we protect ourselves from our audience, and how the panels devolved into like group therapy sessions, struggles with mental health, pressures of content creation. And I've done this for 7 years. I'm not going to say I don't understand, but the people that got to go to that, I'm sorry, this is going to sound really bad, but I'm sorry I don't feel bad for you. I go through all those struggles and I have nothing to show for it as a small time Let's Player and even smaller streamer. At least you have some amount of fame, of voice, of fortune, of success. So get people like me up there and talk about how bad it is, just as bad as it is for these people in many regards, but don't get anything good either. So, sorry, that just popped up, and I, as the little guy, I had to say that, and that makes me sound like a terrible person. So be it, but that's how I feel. You desire an audience with Lord Drillamont, do you? Ha! I desire a night in a warm bed with my wife, but wishing won't make it so. What a way to go from really serious to super funny in just one go like that. Letter. What do we have here? Letters from Lords Hashafat and Francil, is it? A likely... Oh, you're serious. What to do? It's like, yeah, whatever. Oh, you're serious. Level 48, Rescue. This skill sounds neat. Sounds silly. So rescue's on a 2.5-minute cooldown. I read this last night because I was like looking through skills. Instantly draws target party member to your side. Can't be used outside combat because people will be trolly. Or when target is suffering from certain enfeeblements. Probably stuff like, not heavy, but where they can't move at all. It may not work. Like if they were petrified. But it is really funny. See a person who's like going to do something not smart. No. Subridir seems ill-inclined to help you. Yeah, it does seem ill-inclined. In fact, I completely missed my 7-year anniversary on YouTube. Just with so much stuff going on. I completely forgot to like make a video and stuff. But I have been a Let's Player for 7 years now. Timing could not have been worse, Traveler. Lord Drillemont's attentions are focused solely on the Stone Vigil at present. Oh, that's great, because that's where I want to be. In any case, it's not my responsibility to escort visitors. Take your letters and show them to Sir Albois. Yeah! Sir Albois could surely accommodate you. Seek her in the storeroom. And you just passed me off. Thank you. Wrong way. Since you're here. Hi, Swift. I looked at your HP just now, man. I really freaked out and was like, "Oh, what happened?" And then I just saw you just fell. You did the quick way down. Hey, it's Sid. Where is this? Where the heck is this person? Did not fall, I jumped. It's the same thing. Sir Brunadair bade you speak with me, did he? I know not why he presumed I would be in a better position to help, but I assure you he is mistaken. Has time to be speaking with low-ranking knights such as I. However, he always has a moment to spare for head... Churigan? Intestin, why not visit the infirmary upstairs to show your letters to him? Okay. Just remember it for you wholesale. Documents as these, so you wouldn't need an escort. Is that what he just said? So I'm getting the runaround for nothing. It's like, listen, you have enough. You have enough pull here. Just go. Hey, treasure. Oh, you drained MB. That was uncool. Ah, chinchilla. And get jerked beef, so beef jerky. Just leave it to me. Hi. What reason for you barging into... Oh, I see. Well, you're in luck. Lord Drelamon is up these stairs. Letters or no, though, I wouldn't expect much. House Durandar as a whole does not hold adventurers in high regard. State your intentions quickly and succinctly. Show proper respect and it will be returned in kind. Are you sure about that? So far, that has not been the case here. Very well. Speak. Letter. You wish to brave the ruined outpost filled with Scalekin to secure an airship that may or may not be there? Are you an avatar of the Fury herself? Getting there. Oh, hey. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, Lord Drelamont. You know our name and you know our deeds. Oh, finally y'all show up and it took you long enough? We come to Korthus to slay Garuda, Lady of the Vortex. To that end, we seek the Enterprise, the airship of Master Sid Nangoland, who stands before you now. Master Goland? You're alive? But that's impossible! Indeed it is, my lord. Excuse me? Do not be deceived by their honeyed words. These foreigners are not to be trusted. Screw you! At this critical moment in Ishgardian history, as House Durandar marshals its forces to retake the Stone Vigil, who should appear in Whitebrim front but three mysterious strangers? Sid Garland, missing and presumed dead since the calamity, and two Scions of the Seventh Dawn, a defunct band of misfits recently exterminated by the Empire. The lesser houses that may have been duped by these grandiose lies, but I should hope that House Durandar would have greater sense. I know not why these three seek the Stone Vigil, but I know we cannot permit them to pass. Oh, thank you for your counsel, Inquisitor. For a moment I nearly believed this mummer's farce. You three will not enter the outpost until we've reclaimed it, and until you declare your true intentions as well. Man, I'm tired of this bull. Can we just start... It could be moons before House Durandar purges the dragons from the Stone Vigil. Cannot afford to wait that long. Do whatever it takes to earn his trust, or we just break in ourselves. Appears to be stifling a laugh. Come on now, you didn't think it'd be that easy to earn Lord Dromon's trust, did you? Even if you are who you claim to be, it'd be reckless for him to believe your story without question. At the very least, you ought to show your support for House Sterndar by culling feral crocs in our stead. A simple gesture like that would probably earn you the respect of Sir Cloturian. He's always struggling to find men to attend to the task. What do you have to say? Be of service to another. I'm at Humble Herald. No avail. You lost the message you were supposed to send. Good job. Good fail. I missed something else here too. Knight's bread. You're the lad responsible for that commotion upstairs? Aye, word travels fast in White Brim Front. I gather you still wish to change Lord Drillemont's mind? If there's one thing I've learned about the man in my time here is that he listens to and respects the opinions of those under his command. Win over the barracks? He's sure to take notice. How, you ask? That's easy. Serve these poor souls decent fare for a change. Last few shipments contain no meat whatsoever, and the knights are rightfully beginning to complain. I'm thinking we could prepare them steaks using mud puppy tail meat. 'Twouldn't be a quality meal, 'tis true, but would be a damn sight better than nothing. You mind to lend a hand? Why not? Take this bottle of vinegar. Locals say it weakens mud puppies by clogging their mucus glands, drying their skin. Oh, interesting. Search for the lost letter. Ah, wrong button.
Now we can guard them. Easy peasy. Oh, you're teleporting. Cheating! At least I get to take it too. Alright. That's that. Now I have to go all the way back to White Brim with where it has no fast teleport, which is kind of weird. So that was lore-wise due to it being between Dragon Head and Stone Visual. To close major points toward another Aether site. Too close to major points. Gotcha. Yeah, I guess so. Can't argue with that. It worked? I thought it was an idiotic idea. Oh dear. Remind me to never wander near mud puppy spawning grounds without a bottle of vinegar. Any road. This should only take a moment. I'll just need to do this, and voila. Never seen a man cook steaks that fast, have you? Take these 3 and distribute them to the hungry knights here and above. Or you can teach me your cooking technique. I could use that. Slew some crocs in an effort to curry my favor.
Afraid, I'm afraid you've been had, sir. That young fellow merely sought to shirk his duties. Still, your heart was in the right place, and it cannot be denied that the people of Cothurus are better off without those beasts. Very well, I'll see that Lord Drelamont is aware of your deeds. Do try to understand my lord's position, though. It is his responsibility to ensure that White Brim Front is prepared for every eventuality, be it an endless blizzard or a Dravonian assault. He will not put our efforts to retake the Stone Vigil at risk without good cause, which you have yet to give. Or he can just have us go take it. I'll go take it right now. Sparring together, let me make myself perfectly clear. If you wish to buy my trust with the stake, it would be my pleasure to oblige you. I like this guy. Rubbery texture of mud puppy meat will ensure your jaws grow exhausted before your belly grows full. But, still chewing. Yes, I feel invigorated and refreshed, as if I have the strength of 10 men and their wits besides. I should have no trouble concocting a new reason to refrain from sentry duty. We ought to at least receive a hearty meal before we march off to die in this God's forsaken waste. Is that a fresh cooked steak? Halon's blessings be upon you, my friend. Mud puppy meat or no, it's the most delicious food I've had in a fortnight. Ever must we train our skill at arms, yet never are we to receive proper sustenance? Godsend, my friend. Too few appreciate that House Dundare must do more than its fair share for the sake of Ishgard. Feels wonderful to see everyone in such high spirits. Amazing what good food could do for morale, eh? Nah, but I've forgotten about the hard-working chirurgeons. Oh, like surgeons. In the infirmary. So rarely do they take their meals here in the hall. Am I taking this steak to Sonoda? She's doubtless so preoccupied with the health of her patients, she's neglected to attend her own. Also upstairs. It's over there, but I'm gonna. Oh, I'm here. Not make myself clear. Be gone from my sight, foreigner. Shut the hell up and take your letter. Missive? Give me that. Houses Fortemps and Howlard hereby formally advise that all restrictions are employing foreign sellswords be not more than ill-conceived notions of a hopeless romantic and naive lordling. House Durandare would not even be in this position had not House Harlan failed to hold the Stone Vigil. It would have us pit one horde against another. Nay, I say, we need only Asgardian steel to cleanse the realm of these godless heathens. Reject our proposal, didn't he? Could hear him shouting even from here. Alas, he's not the only one to heap disdain upon House Hallinart. Ever since we lost the steel and stone vigils, we have been at the mercy of the other high houses. We should be the ones fighting to reclaim the lost outpost, yet it is House Dundar that must pay the price for our failure. How can I bear Lord Drillmont's harsh words back to Lord Francel? Maybe I'll just stay here. I want to take it back and shut them all up. Be like, an outsider reclaimed your stuff. actually was Sid. I was like, oh, it's another character named Sid. No, but it actually was Sid. You need food. Is that... Come to think of it, it has been quite a while since I last ate. Suppose it wouldn't hurt to have a nibble. This is fantastic. Thank you so much. I'll eat the rest right away. Raptor stew, knight's bread. Neither really give me anything. Hey, Sid. I'd like to furnish the infirmary with a new outlook. Oh, that's nice. Burrowing would be nice too. I have a word with you, Syndrel. After speaking with them earlier, I learned they lack sufficient alembics for their needs, you see? So I used some of their broken equipment to craft a more advanced one. Both as a gesture of goodwill and as a means to help me recover my memories, since working with my hands kindles familiar feelings. All I require to complete the device are the cores of 6 ice sprites. They're commonly used to reduce the temperature of alchemical mixtures. There's a way to alter their properties so they draw the cold within and radiate without. That sounds ridiculous to you, impossible even, yet somehow I know it will work. Best inventions. So their best intentions, which is great. Quest names in this game are great. Contain the cores? If so, please show them to me. Here are the cores. So cold, these cores are said to freeze the very air around them, making them perfect for cooling drinks on an especially hot day. Ice cube. What an amazing device. Truly an Elmbix, sir? Never seen its like before. I too am unsure what to make of this machine. While it's certainly impressive, I have no idea how to make use of it. Nevertheless, if it's as effective as he claims, it'll be a great boon to the infirmary. Think of the medicines we could create, the lives we could save. Even so, I wonder. Wary there the kindly stranger, bearer of gifts wondrous and strange, for his generosity comes at cost. Can I just smack him upside the head already? Earnest efforts are but a means to an yet unknown end. Moreover, you should be wary of associating with individuals who have interfered with the questioning of a suspected heretic. They did what? Oh, bless you, Inquisitor, for coming along when you did. We almost succumbed to the temptation proffered by these unbelievers. Why does that man detest us so? Is it all because we interrupted Lord Francel's trial? Whatever his reasons, he clearly means to oppose us at every turn. Influencing Inquisitors. Before we persuade Lord Drillmont to help us, it seems we must convince Inquisitor Gilliman that we're not his enemy. We know little and less about the good Inquisitor, despite him being such a prominent figure in Corthus. Share your findings with Alphanod in the square. I'm sure he can formulate a strategy from there. Assassination? Gillarm? Yes, of course. I know him. Alas, I have not seen him since the day he came to Whitebrim Front several moons ago. My memory is somewhat muddled, but I recall that a blizzard nearly buried us in snow that day, and I had the ill fortune of being assigned to the Night's Watch. While the stronghold slept, we walked the walls and patrolled the exterior in a darkness black as pitch. My route took me outside the eastern gate at one point, where I caught sight of a silhouette illuminated by the light of the city. Thinking it was a wayward traveler, I cried out and gave chase, slipped and took a terrible fall. When I woke, it was days later in this very bed where I've lain recuperating from my injuries ever since. I tried to rescue him, but in the end Inquisitor Gillarm rescued me, carrying my unconscious body to the gates. I owe my life, sir, and I hope to one day repay his kindness. Inquisitor Gillarm? I haven't the foggiest idea of whom you speak, unbeliever! I'm just gonna skip the rest of your crap. Under Inquisitor Gillarm's watchful gaze, unprecedented numbers of heretics have been unmasked and brought to justice. Probably falsely accused heretics. Goes days without sleep, so great is his devotion. Blessed are we to have such a godly, righteous man.
Holy See has decreed that the Inquisitors are the arbiters of Helon's will. They are to be afforded every courtesy and the utmost respect. In case you haven't noticed, my attire is ill-suited to this climate. Hey, mine too! I realized it soon after our arrival, but paid it no mind as I hoped we might find the Enterprise far faster. Instead, we wasted far too much time meddling in local affairs. Yeah, because they're idiots. Journey's almost at an end. All that remains to deal with is this irksome Inquisitor. It should come as no surprise he's held in high regard. Even so, I'm beginning to suspect he has other reasons for hindering us now. Let us more closely review the testimonials you obtained, Sindrel. Mayhap they will provide insight into Inquisitor Gilliam's motivations. I think mine's better? Yeah. Rank level 44. Appears to be deep in thought by the lights of Ishgard. That's a no. Guess I could take the mithril stuff. If I ever get to play tank. Something tells me about that Wounded Knight's account. Something troubles me about that Wounded Knight's account. He claims he fell chasing a figure in the darkness that he saw outside the eastern gate, yes? But the main road leads to the southwestern gate. Since we've arrived in Whitebrim Front, I've seen no travelers arrive by the eastern gate. Moreover, he said he glimpsed a silhouette illuminated by the light of the city, which would imply that the Inquisitor came from the north of the eastern gate, not south. But it cannot be so. That way lies naught but a deep chasm. Assuming Sir Jolot is not misremembering, the Inquisitor's behavior that night makes absolutely no sense, at least to me. Mayhap retracing his steps will shed light on this mystery. Ugh. You're the evil one. Alright, what do we have here? Inquisitor's corpse. Oh, that's bad. That's even worse than I thought. Well, we'll see if I'm right. I do believe we just found the good Inquisitor. Kinda looked like him. But not the one we've been talking to. Well, the one we've been talking to. Hopefully you get it. Hey, company rank up. Gear customization. So nobody can use it. Appears to be an official papal appointment to the position of Inquisitor. Given the contents of this elliptical, I believe you have just made the acquaintance of the real Inquisitor Gilmain. Yep! I was right. Newly come to Corthus and murdered on the day of his arrival. Yes, it would have been a simple thing to assume his identity, for even if he were to behave oddly, who would dare and question the wisdom of a papal appointment? Still, while this is incontrovertible proof of the Inquisitor's impostor, we have yet to discern his true identity, or why he has decided to oppose us. Must proceed quickly, Syndrome, before he learns that his deception has been discovered. Blood for blood. Let us determined to discover Inquisitor Gilmain's true identity. Since Lord Drillmont has already been turned against us, I fear that this elliptical alone will not serve to convince him of our claims. But what might persuade a man so quick to disregard the endorsements of two high houses? The cook did say that the Lord listens to and respects the opinions of its knights. If a certain knight were to provide testimony that supports our claim, yes, mayhap that is the only way left to us. Confront Sir Jolot with the evidence you have discovered and see if it helps him recall the truth of that night. As a man of faith, he may find it difficult to cope with such a horrifying revelation. Nevertheless, we must do everything within our power to secure the Enterprise. He was downstairs. Oh, you returned. Is there something you wanted to ask? Inquisitor is an imposter? Don't be preposterous. That could not possibly be true. He's a paragon of virtue, dedicated servant of the Fury. You would have me believe that's all a lie? You're so certain that your ludicrous story is true. Go and speak with Sir Prunla. She was at the Eastern Gate that night, and she helped the Inquisitor carry me here. I will never speak against the man who saved my life. You. I do not believe I know you, sir. Are you in the habit of handing bloody documents to strangers? Why would you show me such a dreadful thing? I know not of it, not at all. Doubt. Question. You know, don't you? Oh, Fury take me, I prayed this day would come. When Sir Jolot gave chase, I followed close behind. He didn't fall. One of those Dravian abominations lashed out at him, nearly killed him right then and there. I drew my sword and rushed to his side, straining to see the enemy, but what came from the dark was not a beast, but a voice. He knew things about me, about my family, secrets I had never told another. He said that if I kept his confidence, Sir Jolot and I would be spared, but if I defied him, everyone I loved would suffer unimaginable horrors before they died. When at last I agreed to his terms, the man came forward. His robes marked him as an inquisitor, but I knew him to be false. Together we carried Sir Jolot to the infirmary, and on his first night in Whitebrim Front, Inquisitor Gillane was heralded as a hero. Soon after came the accusations. Countless men and women of good moral standing, seized while in possession of draconian rosaries. As I feared, he was condemning the innocent to death. I wanted to confess to Lord Dromont, wanted to put an end to the madness, but then I would remember the Inquisitor's threats, and so I did nothing, until Lord Francel was accused. Some time ago, I followed the Inquisitor and found that he kept draconian rosaries in a chest hidden southeast of Whitebrim Front. So I took several from his chest and planted them in shipments bound for Skyfire Locks. As I hoped, they were discovered and considered evidence of a conspiracy against House Hallart, thus exonerating Lord Francel and casting doubt on the other recent trials. That is the entire truth, I swear. Alone forgive me for not acting sooner. Alright, let's go find these. Suspicious box. Alright, let's see what you have to say now. Why do you persist in this folly? I will not grant you 3 access to the stone vigil. You've been lied to. There better be a very good explanation for why you're carrying these rosaries. Where did you find this papal encyclical? Fury take me, the Inquisitor is a heretic? Never before have I heard such an unbelievable tale. But this evidence and your testimony could have no other explanation. I have misjudged you and your friend, Sindral, and for that I deeply apologize. I'll permit you to enter the outpost, but first I must needs beg your assistance. Help me and my knights bring this infernal impostor to justice. I'm okay with this. The heretic among us. That thrice-damned heretic has murdered countless innocents, made a mockery of our laws. Hells take him and his Dravonian allies. I'm told he makes for Snowcloak even now, intending to pass judgment upon yet another poor soul whom he has branded heretic. If we hurry, there may be time to prevent a further tragedy. Lend me your strength, Sindral. Together, let us put an end to this impostor's heresy once and for all. Okay with this? No. Now don't.
Random triple triad out here. Good to have you with us, sir. When Lord Drelamont arrives, we are to confront the Inquisitor. If he refuses to go quietly, we need to use force. Am I prepared? Absolutely. In fact, I hope so. He had me midway, but trust my instincts from the beginning. You needn't tremble so, my child. The righteous shall enjoy everlasting peace in Hallown's halls. Only the wicked. But why? Why must I die? By all that is holy, I swear to you, I have never questioned the teachings of Hallon. Inquisitor, release the maid and come with us. My Lord Drelamont, what is the meaning of this interruption? You are aware that I am at present conducting an interrogation, are you not? Silence, villain! I name thee heretic, murderer of Inquisitor Gillan and countless innocents. You are a traitor to Ishgard, to your own kith and kin. Your sins are beyond measure, beyond redemption. Ooh. Grave allegations indeed. But you will find your logic is flawed. How can I betray that which I owe no allegiance? No, Lord Drelamont. My conscience is quite clear, I assure you. I wonder, can you say the same? You whose hands are black with the blood of those whose only sin was to question your nation's crazed crusade? You speak to me of Ishgardian innocence? Ha! All are complicit in these crimes, for all live their lives by the Archbishop's lies. But I know you will not hear me, deafened by dogma as you are. If you desire retribution, Lord Drelamont, then come. Let us see how Ishgardian steel fares against Dravonian fang and claw. And the worst thing is I half agree with him. Yep. I feel that, Maze. I feel that. The worst thing is that I do kind of half agree with him. Take him out anyway! For, killing a bunch of innocents. Rotten meat? You just ate rotten meat? Oh, he used it to summon these ads. Got it. Drelamont the Honest. Don't attack me. I haven't even healed. Where's this? See, heretic, you or your allies are no match for how wrong you are, Guardian. I have been blessed by power far beyond your kin. Come, my brothers, grant me the strength to smite our enemies. Dragon blood, that's not good. Yeah, he's transforming now. Reborn! You're still lame! Oh, I'm getting rid of that. A dragon stands before you, and you still do not flee? You're no dragon. Oh, there's the Wyvern. You're that, at best. Take care of your pet first. Lame. This one's free. Nope, I need you alive. You're helping heal. There goes the Wyvern. My glamour's dispelled. Your plan lies in ruin, heretic. Choose your words wisely, for they will be your last. You may not recall the many Ishgardians I have sentenced, but the families of the dead will never forget. Blood has been repaid with blood, and for that I am content. My only regret is that you yet live. But your end is nigh, foreigner. The dragons within the stone vigil will rend you asunder, and when you are dead, White Brim Front shall fall. Defiant to the last. Leave the body for the crows. His ilk deserves not better. Syndrome, I must apologize for involving you in this sordid business. You should never have been asked to intervene in Ishgardian affairs of state. Rest assured, I have not forgotten the matter which first brought you to our midst. Past time you were reunited with your airship. Not the place to discuss such matters. Visit me at White Brim Front. Bring your associates. Where you been, Syndrome? Foster Inquisitor has been slain, has he? Yes, his was a tale always likely to end in bloodshed. Though you've overcome the latest in a long line of unfortunate impediments, I would ask you not to revel in your victory just yet. We can celebrate once we've secured the Enterprise. In pursuit of the past. I'm sure you will agree, it is past time we entered the Stone Vigil. Yes, yes it is. owe you all a great debt of gratitude. Had it not been for you, the heretic masquerading as Inquisitor Gillarm would still be among us, free to prey upon the innocent. Seeing now that I was a fool to dismiss your claims out of hand, but you must understand, it seemed too much to hope that the scions of the Seventh Dawn still lived, to say nothing of Master Garland. Never have I been happier to be proven wrong. Well, it is gratifying to know that someone has derived a measure of enjoyment from your error. Now, if you have no further objections, I would appreciate it if you would permit us to enter the stone vigil and retrieve our airship. Yes, of course. Very least I can do, given all you've done for us. But entering the outpost is the least of your concerns, I fear. You speak of the Dravanians that now hold the ruin. In part, yes. I should explain. Shortly after you arrived, I had my men scour the old records. Confirmed that an abandoned airship had been seized by the soldiers garrisoned at the Stone Vigil in the days following the calamity. As far as we've been able to ascertain, it was still in their custody when the outpost was overrun by the dragons. Whether it was damaged or destroyed during the battle, I cannot say, nor can I give you any assurances it's not been removed in the intervening years. For far too long, the ruin has served as a Dravanian foothold in Corthus, from which they have struck out at us with depressing regularity. Though we have pushed them back beyond the walls, we have as yet been unable to drive them out. Cannot say when the situation will change, or how it will change. Forgive me, Lord Drilmont, but there is no guarantee that you will prevail. In any event, we have not the time to wait. Ready to do it ourselves. I see. Well, that may be for the best. Inform Sir Nathalin of your impending visit. May Helon guide you, scions. In pursuit of the past. You may enter the Stone Vigil whenever so you will. Stone Vigil is now accessible. Yay! Let's see, what level is it? 41. Sync 43. That's cool. That's gonna do it for me today, though. I'm gonna get freaking. I'm going to do it tomorrow. I gotta go make dinner, so rather than going back and forth during a dungeon, I'll just stop here, and tomorrow we can do the dungeon. So, yay. Might do some fishing or something tonight if I get back on. I'll do something. Thanks for being here, Maze. Thanks for playing along. Hope to see you tomorrow. And until then, I'm Syndril. Remember to shoot for the stars and take care, everyone.